postseason games. 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. This one is for all the marbles. It's the two-time defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs and the champions of the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles. One game to decide it all, and it looks a lot like last year's game. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. The Chiefs and the Eagles, Greg, back at it this time in Santa Clara. 364 days ago was New Orleans. The Eagles came out on top, and now the Chiefs try to turn the tables on Philly.
Yeah, and you have to think back to last year's game, like just the slow start that Kansas City got off to. We let a team like Philadelphia play with the lead, play from out front with that run game and that defense. That's going to be a tall task. So the key going in, everything that Andy Reid has talked about all week, get off to a fast start, come out, attack, and try to keep this thing even a lot longer than they did last year.
Here's Smith to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, the regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
From the 38 now, here's second down and a yard. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Open man, right side, is Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll step up and run this. And Mahomes going to protect himself here. He's going to slide and get down, and he's got that first down.
17 yards.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. And here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, KC.
Another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
The RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. To the air once more. It's Mahomes. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
A 25-yard attempt.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Eagles nothing.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters.
Off the play fake, Hurts. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. He's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a 1st down for Philly.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. And this takes it into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. These two got it going on. 19 on that connection. And another 1st down.
10 at the 18-yard line.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive. And as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That is hauled in at the 5. And he'll take it on in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Eagles.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles move out to a 7-3 lead.
Eagles 7, Chiefs 3.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Mahomes back. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. N'Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Forced out wide. Taking off. A big play here in the big game. 35 yards.
It's a gain of 35. That's good for a Kansas City.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
And he will get into the end zone. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs are on top. It's now 10-7.
Chiefs 10, Eagles 7.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here is Shipley on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
all things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They had that field goal on the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. 2 drives, 2 scores, and here's drive 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
At the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 4. Play action here. Mahomes, he's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is caught! And it's a big play. He's finally taken down. What a way to end the first. They can't wait to start the next quarter. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. As we are ready to get back underway. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and short, here's Patrick. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
What an impressive drive this has really been. And it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
The 2-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. Pacheco, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield, taken down back at the 3.
Down behind the line of scrimmage.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, Mahomes. And he's in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. And Butker on for the extra point. gets it through. And the Chiefs will get out in front 17-7.
Eagles 7.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here is Shipley on the return. He'll get across the 20, bump him down to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. On play action, Hurts. That's right side. He's got Calcaterra. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
47-yard line.
That's Goddard in motion. A first down throw for Hurts. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
A loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. Hurts will try it again. He'll try and get there on the ground. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
A gain there of 21. First down, Philadelphia.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Drew Tranquil. They're going to have it at their own 20-yard line.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down. He gets it up past the 30 to the 32.
That's good.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Handoff here, up the middle. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Third down and 7.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
The throw caught by the tight end, Gray. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be second down.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver, and when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball, and he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
10 yards to go.
He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time, and it'll be third down. Now it's Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's 3rd and short, everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on 4th down. So I don't love 3rd and short, bomb, punt. I do love 3rd and short. Okay, you fail. I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Mahomes now on second down. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. 3rd and 9. They put Kelsey in motion. That's complete left side to Worthy. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A big play here in the big game. And even 30 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 31 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
That one batted away in the end zone. Incomplete. Good coverage where you need it most. It'll be second and goal.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
Right back to the air from Mahomes. That one taken in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, KC.
Pretty interesting sequence of play calls here, Mike. You can tell going into this game, they felt their matchups down here deep in the tight red zone were better through the air than maybe they were necessarily on the ground. We see two back-to-back throws. The second one, though, results in a touchdown.
Now Butker to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Eagles 7.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40. So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. Throwing is Hurts. Now he takes off. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down. Here's your timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll come up here first and 10. To throw is Hurts. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
Complete to number 6, Devontae Smith. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Throwing is Hurts. He'll step up and run, and he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
16 yards.
Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. There he goes again. And he will score! Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles back within 10. It's now 24-14. 3 seconds, all that remain in this first half as that one's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. 2 quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Eagles offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
So the key to these off-tackle style run plays, Mike, is you can't allow penetration. You cannot allow the defenders to get in your backfield, because when they do, the play really has no chance, and you end up going backwards.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team.
Formation for the Eagles.
Returnable for Remigio. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
The RPO, they'll get it to Brown.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
To the outside, catch made by Brown.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
53-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs will extend their lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for. I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. A give here to Pacheco. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. To the goal line and in. Noah Gray. Touchdown, Kansas City. Here's Butker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
31, Eagles 14.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. Now Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Fair catch, taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Motion man is Rice. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. First down throw there is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Pacheco, running left. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
6 yards.
A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Taken down. Back
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now, Mahomes. We're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
Isaiah Pacheco. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will go all the way. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Butker now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Chiefs are going to extend their lead.
Makes the score Chiefs 38, Eagles 14.
Hey, Scott, thank you. Two very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Here is Shipley on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
To A.J. Brown. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Open man downfield is Brown. A gain there of 27 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is. Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. George Karlaftis there to make the play.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Hurts will work here from the pistol. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. From the gun, here's Pacheco. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
Good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. To throw is Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
3rd down and 3. To throw is Mahomes. He's got it see. A 19-yard pickup there. And the Chiefs have a first down.
19 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the
So here's a play,
15-yard
Mike, that
line.
is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
The tackle by Jordan Davis. A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the 12-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Here's Mahomes. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
And 7.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a first and goal.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Now Mahomes. It is brought in the end zone. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, KC. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Butker now for the point after. It's up and through. And the Chiefs will add one more onto their big lead.
Eagles 14.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. He'll start on the ground with Barkley.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Second down and 3. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1.
He's brought down at the 37-yard
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Third and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chain.
First down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Down by Nick Bolton.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Open man, A.J. Brown's got it. And he will score. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles are able to edge a bit closer. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. We're down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the Hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Here's a toss to Pacheco. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
At the 47-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
Here's Mahomes. That'll be taken in by Kelsey, the tight end. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Eagles offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, That's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A gain of 11 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
First and 10 at the
And this is a
42-yard
tricky
line.
part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
Hurts again. That's complete to his big tight end. Dallas got it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up second
So the
down.
Eagles will use their first time out here. A good spot here, second and a yard. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Taking off. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the two-point conversion.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point conversion.
Saquon going to try to run it in. And he will not get to the goal line, so no tack it on 2 points. Still a 3-score game, as the difference is 18.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Chiefs' offense ready to take over once more. And a few kneel down should come close to closing this one out, depending on whether or not the defense wants to use those 2 timeouts they have left. But it really would just prolong what seems to be inevitable. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's second and 13. Patrick to throw. Firing right side. Brought in by Brown.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers. Everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
3rd and 7. Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Well, when you call a screen play, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
On comes the Chiefs punter. Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. The Eagles offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Back up to his own goal line. Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And he's going to take this up to the 17-yard line. Here's the timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame.
The 17-yard line.
Man in motion is Brown. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man, Devontae Smith. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Hurts. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Here we go. One final play. And the final part of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. And that'll do it for the 3rd time in 4 years. The Kansas City Chiefs are once again Super Bowl champions. So this, a well-deserved celebration down on the field. You know, Greg, it wasn't totally mistake-free, but about as solid a performance as you could hope to have on the big stage in the big game.
And to think about all the people that had their hand in this, Mike, of course we see on the field the players. Their ability to perform at such a high level goes without say. But then you think of the group around them, the coaching staff, their ability to game plan, and then the front office and the GM who put this roster together. Those are the efforts of a lot of people that went into this Super Bowl victory.
So that'll do it for another sensational season of the NFL